Emotional health. This is vital. Your emotions are in your soul. I don't have time to go through a lot of aspects of this, but we're made consisting of three basic aspects of life: spirit, soul, and body. In your spirit, how you relate to God. Your soul is how you live in the world around you. It's related to your mind, your will, your choices, and your emotions or your feelings. All of us have an emotional component to our lives. You cannot not feel. You may not know what you're feeling, or you may be numb in your feelings because of experiences or hurts or pains, but everybody has emotions. And your emotions can drive you to do things that you perhaps would not otherwise do. If you're not healthy on the inside, you may find yourself trying to meet needs through wrong avenues in your life that you would not otherwise pursue. I'll give you another example. When you're really angry inside and you're carrying anger inside of your heart, do you think the devil can play on that? You better believe he can. What if you're carrying a lot of pain inside? You got trauma in your soul that's never been healed. You've not never worked through it and dealt with the trauma in your soul. Do you think the devil can play around with stuff like that? What if you are carrying around a sense of abandonment and rejection in your life? You always feel like that you're the loser, and you're carrying a sense of very low self-esteem. Do you think the devil can play around with stuff like that and lead you into relationships that are damaging to you and all kind of things that can happen in your soul? And it happens because you're not emotionally healthy, okay? So we need to be healthy in our emotions because God cares about your soul. He came to save your soul, amen, okay? He came not just to get you to heaven, he came to make you well on the inside. Jesus said, the thief comes to steal and kill and destroy, but I came so you may have life and have it more abundantly, that you will have life in your soul. So often we have Christians that are walking around with all kind of garbage in their soul. And we wonder, why do I fall prey to this temptation and that temptation? And why not get tripped up here? Because you haven't been healed on the inside. You haven't released some things. You haven't given up that anger. You haven't let go of that unforgiveness. You're carrying it with you and it makes you vulnerable. I'll tell you something else. When you're tired, you're more vulnerable to temptation also. When you haven't had a good night's rest, when you haven't rested for a long period of time, when you have zero margin in your life, you're burning the candle at both ends, and you're not taking any time for rest and relaxation and getting some margin in your life, the devil uses fatigue in your life. And when you're worn down, it's incredible what people do, the bad things people do when they're tired. And the real problem in their life is not anything other than the fact that they're just fatigued, and they're weakened by that.